Hello and welcome to Shonky Lab, the only topic-based show against the clock. I think there may be others, but please don't sue me if you have one of them. Myself and a guest producer have chosen a topic and we're going to put 45 minutes on a timer and see where it takes us. Now, joining me today is Mr. Lee Harvey.
Hello.
How are you, mate? You all right?
Not too bad. I'm okay. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm tired. Yeah. I've had a shocking week at work.
Right.
But I'm glad it's nearly over. Well, night call's nearly over at least. So, fingers crossed I don't get a call out while we're recording this. Because that would be quite awkward.
If that happened, would you have to pause the clock? Would I have to sit and wait for you to finish the job and come back?
Now there's a question, yeah. There's a very good question. I think we just wing it when it actually happens. It's bound to happen one day.
Would we just sit in silence until the clock ran out?
Oh yeah, could do that.
It would just be like the sounds of me just going about my business.
Yeah.
And then the clock will ring, and then that'll be it.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, you just
we'll
tapping, drumming on the table, waiting for something to happen.
Bit of whistling, yeah.
Slurping tea.
Exactly. All the exciting things.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Oh, time's up, yeah.
Frog Stomper in the chat room. By the way, guys, listening to this on the podcast, we do have a chat room for this, so I'll go into the details of that.
Yeah. And if you're listening on the podcast, it's not going to be a very exciting chat room, is it?
No, it's not. But it's just headed. They could pop in next time if they want to.
They could, yeah. It's basically why you not listening live.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So what I'll do, I'll go into this story because she brings up a good point that I got out of the library. Now that means nothing to anyone, but I think I might elaborate on that since there isn't a "How was your week" on the Black Dog at the moment. But I think I'll save the news for the next episode, so I'll go into this now. I don't know, did you see the photos I put on Facebook and Twitter that I got stuck in the library?
I didn't.
What?
Oh, no, wait. Oh, hang on. I saw something very briefly about the doors being locked.
Uh-huh, that's right.
But I didn't see any details. I didn't know what it was all about.
Okay, well, I was working in a library. I'm not going to mention the place, Clacton-on-Sea. And
you got a nasty cough there, Elton.
Yeah, it's really bad. I'm glad to clear it up very soon. I had to go up to the top floor of this building, and now the staircase runs through the centre of the building, and once you get to the top of the staircase, there's a door to your left and the door to your right, and both have these security latch type doors. Now, you can go through either one and get to the same room because it wraps around itself. Am I describing this right? Yeah. The room that you enter is two massive rooms, but joined by a small corridor which goes over the staircase. So it doesn't matter what door you go through, you still end up in pretty much the same room.
Right.
And so I went through one of these doors and looking at what I needed to look at there. And I just went through the security door, didn't think anything of it, because normally we're given a code if there's a door that we need to get through. And I closed this door behind me, did all my little bits, and went to go out and was like, I need a key code to get out of this building. And it's one of these vertical keypads where you got 8 numbers and a couple of letters. And you have to punch them in and then turn the knob and the door opens. Now, this was a fire door, or they were both fire doors. And there's fire exit written on this door. There's a fire exit light next to the fire exit door, pointing towards the door saying, in case of a fire, use this door.
Yeah.
And there's me looking at it going, I can't get out. They've put a code on that door. And so I thought, oh shit, so what I'll do, I'll walk around to the other side and try and get out that way. Oh, no, they want you to burn.
Well, no, maybe the doors keep the fire out. So everyone else would burn and you'd be alright.
Explain that. What? So
well,
the fire exit is the exit on fire. You mean?
On the other side of the door.
Right.
It's a fire door. It stops fire.
I see where you're coming from. I don't necessarily agree with what you're saying.
Just make sure you don't start the fire in the room you're in, because, then you'll be stuck in it.
That would really...
Was your first thought when you got stuck behind this door, I'm going to post this on Facebook?
No.
You didn't think to ring the building management or someone like that?
Well, that's one of the problems, because I tried to phone them to let them know I was stuck upstairs, but I got through to a switchboard. And it was one of these automated things. Press 1 if you want to take books out. Press 2 if you don't want to take books out, type thing. And I was stood there going, okay, I need to work a way out of this. And while you're pondering, then you just take a photo just in case your burnt bodies is found somewhere, and you need photographic proof that you couldn't actually get out.
So in the morning when they were checking the messages, there was one about, have you got the latest Harry Potter or something, and another about when to take delivery of coffee cups, and then one, hello, I'm stuck upstairs. Please help.
Just a panic man going, get me out of here! I didn't leave a message, no. But yeah, I think it's a natural thing nowadays that people just automatically post shit on their walls, don't they? And so, yeah, I did that, and I tried to get through. I thought about phoning my office, but I didn't, because they'd only laugh at me, because I've already been stuck on a roof twice this year where someone's locked me out on a roof. I can't keep phoning them and saying, look, can you phone downstairs, because they've locked me again. And so,
if you got a special hotline, like the Elton line, it goes straight to Elton stuck somewhere again.
It's like the bat phone. They got a bust of I don't know, my boss, and his head flips back like a Pez dispenser, and there's a little red button in there. I probably MacGyvered my way out of this, because there was a set of round-ended scissors on the side. They're safety scissors.
Crayola safety scissors.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah, the ones with the little ruler on one of the edges.
Yeah, they're like medical. They come in first aid kits, don't they?
Yeah. I think my daughter's got a set. Yeah. But I used them. I ended up poking them in the gap in between the door and the door frame and jimmying it open.
So their amazing security system, the key code to be beaten by some safety scissors. You'd
be surprised on how easy I've got into so many locks on my job, because sometimes it's like, oh, we haven't got a set of keys.
Allegedly.
Oh, no allegedly about it. It's damn right it is. I've done it so many times, but it's just, I was just dumbfounded that I was locked out of a fire exit by keypads. It's like, for fuck's sake, man. Honestly.
Maybe you're only supposed to use it as a fire door from the other side.
What? Once again, to gain escape from the fire exit. I don't know if you're getting the fire exit isn't supposed to be on fire.
Well, we don't know where the fire is, do we? It could be on the other side of the door, in which case you've got to get away from it.
It's more likely to be in a room than in the fire exit, isn't it?
I don't know. It could be at the bottom of the stairs.
What? The stairs just spontaneously combust?
Well, we don't know how the fire has started. That's a whole new episode.
So now it's arson. So now I'm being murdered.
It's only a murder if they knew you were there.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's just manslaughter otherwise, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Come on, get it right.
Yeah. But, thanks to everyone on Twitter for putting up wonderful things of, is there a pick lock book up there that you can use to pick the lock with, and very, very helpful indeed. So yeah,
well,
oh jeez. Anyway, so
I always give abuse to our audience, and you always tell me off for it. But here they are once again displaying exactly the kind of people that they are.
Anyway. Thank you to everyone for joining us tonight. We are going to be talking about reality TV in a minute. God knows what we're going to talk about, but I have a wiki page in front of me, so hopefully we can pick stuff off of that. And also the people in the chat room can help join in as well if they so wish. They're more than welcome to do that. Thank you to everyone who's listening at the moment. If you're listening to the podcast of this, then please pop along next time to mixlr.com/RogueTwoMedia. And you can join in the chat room, and even if you want to phone in, you're more than welcome to. We have a Skype. Skype is open at the moment. It might take a bit of jiggery-pokery to get you on the line, but if everyone just holds their breath while I'm doing it, and then we can get you on, and everything will be hunky-dory.
If we all believe enough, Skype will work.
Yeah, if we click our heels together.
I think that's how it works, isn't it?
Yeah, it can be a fickle mistress. Can be very fickle, but it's the best thing we've got, I think.
Almost certainly.
Yeah. Anyway,
without a proper recording studio.
Yes, well, that's never going to happen, is it?
No.
So, shall we set the timer for 45 minutes and talk about reality TV?
Go for it.
Yeah? Are you ready? Right, okay.
Yeah.
So, 45 minutes. I'm going to press start. By the way, if the alarm goes off, you hear the alarm, that's it, we're stopping.
Even like halfway through the sentence?
Even like halfway through the sentence.
Stop.
That's it, okay. Yeah. The brakes have been well and truly slammed on. Okay, right. Right, we're starting. So, there we go. 45 minutes on the clock, and we're off. Right.
Go. The first one I remember was Big Brother.
That's the first one?
Can't think of anything before that. I mean, well, what constitutes a reality TV? Is it like game shows and things like that? Or?
Well, there's lots of types. What are there? There's so many types of reality TV. There's hidden camera TV. There's supernatural and paranormal TV. There's dating, job searching, sports, immunity.
But how long have they been around? I mean, because when you say reality TV to me, it automatically I think of these things like Big Brother and like I'm a Celebrity and stuff like that, and X Factor. You know, the things that are on the big prime time.
Yeah,
usually ITV weekend viewing.
Yeah, late 90s, early 2000s. That was the birth of it for me, anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, the first one I remember watching is The Real Welt on MTV.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that.
That was really, really good until some dickhead got accused of trying to rape a woman. And it's like, whoa, this is a bit heavy.
Surely they would have seen it. There's no accusation about it. It's there it is on TV.
Well, this was a house. I don't know where it was, but it was in, let's say
America, I think.
Yeah, let's say New York. I think they had Real World LA and Real World New York.
Right.
And they put cameras around the house, but it wasn't always in the best position. And there was a case where a guy went in, I think he went into a lady's room.
Yeah.
Unexpectedly. And something happened. Now, I'm not saying anything did happen. I'm not saying anything didn't happen. But he got kicked out of that. And it was all high drama and, MTV's like that's.
Yeah.
Reality TV kind of overtook MTV for a long, long time, didn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the very first one I remember seeing. Now, in this Wikipedia page, it's saying in the 40s and 50s.
Yeah, I noticed that.
What? There's one
obviously
called Queen for the Day. 1945 to 1964. And it says it was an early example of reality-based television. The 1946 television game show Cash and Carry sometimes featured contestants performing stunts.
But then that's, like I say, is a game show. I mean, is that a reality TV?
Well,
I don't know if that really counts, because if you're going, well, then in that sense, neither does Big Brother, because I was going to say, like, if you're going onto an actual game, it's different because you're putting yourself in a different situation. I mean, isn't reality TV really just there are cameras following what happens?
Well, that's what I would have said reality TV should be.
Yeah.
It's a cameraman or camera crew following events of people going through a daily life chore or work or situation or a situation they're thrown into. It's not staged, it's not scripted, and there's a very ambiguous outcome that could come from that situation.
Yeah. I mean, I was trying to think, they're quite addictive things if you happen to sit and get into one, I find. I watched something the other week, Valley Cops. And I was just like on my way to bed, I think, and I was just flicking the channel over and started watching this while I was doing something else. And before I knew it, I'd watched like the whole thing. It's just about following the police around Merthyr Tydfil in Wales.
Valley
and
Cops.
And all these dodgy people.
Oh no, someone's nicked a bicycle.
No, it was like repeat offenders for all sorts of things and about how they were trying to handle them. And they had like a guy whose job it was, he knew everyone like on this estate, and he used to just go and have a talk to people and get information about things and stuff like that. And then there was a post office got robbed by these guys, and there was a bloke who claimed that some drug dealers were after him because of something his dad did, but it wasn't. It was something to do with that he did. Yeah, it was not like proper high class bank robberies and things like that, but it was more than just nicking bikes.
Well, that's what I would have just thought it would be. Oh no, a sheep has got loose. Call out the constabulary. And because they're all so bored, it's 4 or 5 cars just race up to a field where a gate is slightly open. Oh no, what do we do with this? And they all just stand around looking at it going,
next week on Valley Cops. How do you close the gate? Oh, I don't know. Where's the farmer? Yeah.
Yeah, and on the montage, there's a bit where a couple falls over and everyone's like, oh my God, oh no, quickly run to him.
Get the air ambulance. Yeah. Oh, that's another one that I've been caught sat watching as well. There's one that follows I think it's the Sheffield Air Ambulance.
All right, okay.
And I got stuck on that because I used to live there, and it went over to the Peak District. There was like a motorbike accident or something.
Yeah. And
those kind of sort of docu TV things, like not a documentary, like a reality documentary type thing, where they're just following, usually emergency services, isn't it, doing their thing. You get stuck on those.
Yeah.
I do.
I get stuck on the ones on the motorway.
Well, like bad drivers and stuff.
Bad drivers. I tend to feel that when I watch the reality ones of the Rozzers on the motorway, like motorway coppers or something along that, it makes me a better driver because then it makes you remember, don't be a dick when you're out driving. It kind of calms you down and makes you realise, shit does happen out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get stuck on them. What else? What other ones do I dip into? Now, I watch a lot of gold digging on Discovery.
I like Cash in the Attic and stuff like that.
No. This is Gold Rush, where you got 3 or 4 proper mining teams, and hang
on, is this competitive mining?
Well, they do put a bet on in between each other, but they are pulling millions of dollars out of the ground.
Yeah.
Just doing their normal day job. And it's reality TV because the Discovery team are following them around doing their normal day-to-day job, and they're just there to catch it all. And I can watch hours upon hours of that stuff.
But what I mean is, like, you get stuck on it. I'll never go out of my way to watch it. If it's on Netflix or something, I wouldn't, think twice. I wouldn't go and watch it. It's just not my thing. But then if you're just flicking through channels, if you start watching something for more than, say, 30 seconds, that's it. You're going to have to watch it to the end of the episode. But do you, go out of your way to watch it? Well,
Discovery is one of them channels that I check. And if I'm...
It's on the rounds.
You do the rounds when you're going through the TV channels, and I do 101, 102, I check the news, I check the sports, I check Formula 1. Even though there's no Formula 1 on, I still check the Formula 1 channel because, something might happen. Absolutely. And then I go to 520 because that's Discovery. And then from then on, everything up there is going to be either Nazis or zombies or Nazi zombies or UFOs or UFO Nazis. Ancient aliens, And so I just end up going up towards them. And if not, then...
And unless you hit competitive mining or ice road truckers.
Oh, well, okay. Ice road truckers, that's just...
Or most haunted, which is brilliant, by the way.
Oh, yeah, man. Should we do most haunted? Okay, ice road truckers, that's just dash cams following a person. I don't see that as... That's not real reality TV. Once they get to their destination, they got a camera crew there. But it's just dash cams and GoPros, isn't it?
But they're driving on ice.
They are.
It's as real as it gets.
I've been doing that this week.
They're truckers.
I'm a van.
On a road.
I was on a
with
ice road.
Clues in the name.
Yeah.
How much more real do you want it?
Yeah. Frog Stomper says she used to enjoy Deadliest Catch. That was brilliant.
Oh, yeah. There's always watching that, and you always think, I could totally do that.
Yeah.
You wouldn't, of course, because that's mental.
I like to think I would, but I reckon...
But I totally could do it. I just don't need to prove it to everyone.
No, I think I could. And by the end of the first day, I'd be a cowering wreck.
Yeah.
I'd be too cold.
My hands are cold. I can't feel my feet. I want to go home.
Yeah. I'd have taken up smoking by the end of the day just to keep myself warm.
And you've caught the shittest tuna that's dead.
Yeah, it's just mangled, isn't it?
Small one that's been half eaten by a shark or something.
They didn't even want tuna. They're after crabs. What you fucking pull a tuna out for? We don't need that. It's just $5,000 worth of fish there.
They just throw you overboard. Yeah.
Yeah. Alan Wilby says, Animal Hospital, anyone?
I know of it.
Yeah, it's got Rolf Harris in it, or it used to have.
Didn't it used to have Rolf Harris in it?
Yeah.
I immediately thought of the vet from The League of Gentlemen that keeps killing all the animals.
Oh, I don't know that.
Yeah, that's not the same thing. No.
No, I remember used to watching Animal Hospital, and I used to sit there and watch it with my daughter because I think she wants to be a vet at some point.
Yeah,
and
that's all little girls want to be a vet at some stage.
Okay, right, my kid's a stereotype. What are you going to do? Nothing. But I'd sit there. I used to love watching it. Oh shit! Hang on. Now you're finding out why. Right.
Is that the phone?
That is the phone. Hang on a second. Right, I'm going to pause this somehow. How am I going to pause this? I'm just going to disappear out.
In a way, this is reality radio. Real life as it happens.
See, I told you I'd get one.
What is it?
Oh, it's a call out.
Oh,
man. Right.
Were you recording, by the way?
Yeah, we're recording everything.
That's cool, because I just had a little chat with myself.
Did you?
Yeah.
Excellent. I'll be able to hear that later on. I'll probably cut that out. Well, no, I won't cut the phone call and shit like that out, but I'll cut the gap out.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll do this episode. I'll give them a ring, and then I'll see what we can do about it. Because screw them losers, as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, where were we? Where were we? Sorry. Rolf Harris, were we?
Rolf Harris, reality TV.
Oh no, let's go for Rolf Harris.
It's not the kind of reality TV you want to see, is it?
There was something you mentioned that you wanted to. It wasn't Ice Road Truckers.
No.
It was something after.
The Ghosts Most Haunted.
Oh, that's it. Okay, right.
Most Haunted is one of the best TV shows ever made.
Right.
It's brilliant. I love it.
Okay.
I mean, it's all bollocks, but it is great fun.
But doesn't it scare you?
No.
No?
Not really. No. Occasionally there's some creepy stuff. But I think that show particularly has so consistently been shown to be dodgy that it doesn't really scare me.
Have they both come out and said it's absolute bollocks yet?
No. They never will. But they keep getting found out. Right.
And, okay, do you know any situations where they have been found out?
There was, they've stopped having mediums on now.
Right.
Because there was Derek Acora, my favourite episode was where he claimed to be possessed by the spirit of someone who used to love Dick Turpin.
Right.
And he was going, Dick, Mary loves Dick. And you could see the presenters creasing up, laughing at him.
But he does it proper deadpan though, doesn't he?
Yeah. But he got found out because one of the producers kept leaving clues about stuff around.
Right. Who's his mate?
Michael Jackson, wasn't it?
No. Is it Sam that he used to talk to?
Yeah, he's spirit guide Sam, yeah.
Spirit guide, give over, man.
Derek Acora is full of shit.
So
that's not allegedly, by the way.
Right. So the producers gave up the ghost, did they?
No, he kept. So like he'd make an anagram of a name, and then just leave some bits of paper around with some fake information about where they were going, and then Derek would talk about it in the show, and he didn't say anything until like after the series had been filmed, and then said, "I did this and this and that." Yeah. Like one of them was an anagram of Derek Lies, stuff like that. So he's been found out to be for that to be bullshit.
Yeah.
There was one when somebody fell down the stairs, or they were supposedly dragged up or down or something the stairs.
Right.
And you could see someone pulling a string or a rope or something.
What, pulling these people?
Yeah.
And this was a contestant, was it?
No, it was one of the crew.
Oh, okay, fine. Yeah. So that's blatantly set up then.
Yeah. There was another one where they filmed. Apparently caught a ghost walking down the stairs, and then loads of people were like, hang on, that looks exactly like some earlier shot footage of one of your like producers walking down through the room or something. So there's loads of things. It annoys. I love it because I love the spookiness and the stories about the buildings and things like that, but they've got a bit over the top recently. It was better when they just, if you do try and go over the top like that, you're just going to question it. But if you do little things,
well, you're
going to be more of a, so no, I do enjoy it, but it has got a bit mental.
Every time they went out, they found a ghost.
Yeah.
Every single time. And yet you got real life ghost hunters who don't see diddly squat for years.
No.
And yet they found something, just by chance, every single sodding time.
That's because it was bullshit.
Yeah, I never, it was never one of them programs that I would hunt around for, never put on. But if I came across it, I'd watch 5 minutes of it and then go, no, that's not for me. Because as soon as you go into night vision mode,
Yeah.
that scares the bejesus out of me straight away. Because it's faces, but in a different weird light that I'm not used to.
Yeah.
And they have like the reflective eyes and it's creepy. And if I was taken into one of them houses, I'd be scared, but all over the place. It would scare the crap out of me, because if I was stood in a room with someone, like if me and you were in a alleged haunted house, and you went, "Did you feel that breeze?" I'd be like, "Oh my God, yes." And then all my hackles would go up and I'd feel it straight away. And it's really easy to get a group of people worried like that, because once someone gets worried, then the other person gets worried, and you all start feeding off each other.
Well, that's one of the better things about that show, actually. And most of these similar types of shows tend to do the same thing these days. They have like a proper skeptic on, who, or like at the end, he'll go through all the scenes and things that they found and go, well, that could have been this, that could have been that. And he'll point things like that out, and he'll say like, obviously you've got lots of people. If one person starts reacting in a certain way, it's going to affect everyone else, and the psychology of everything and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. So there's enough interest about that show.
Okay.
But it's just that edge of nonsense.
Oh, of
which
course it
lets
is.
it down.
But if people are watching it,
Yeah.
now if they classed it as, yeah, look, we know it's all fake, but these guys actually believe it, and we're gonna really make them believe it, then yeah, I think they'd get more viewers.
They have been told by the TV Ofcom people, whoever it is, that they've got to put "this is for entertainment purposes only" at the start of the show.
That null and void.
They're not allowed to claim it as real anymore.
Right. Okay. Yeah, but, it's good every now and again. I was always surprised to see Yvette Fielding on there, because she was always from Blue Peter for me.
Exactly. That was a bit from left field, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like she was on Blue Peter, and then there was a gap of about 15 years, and then Most Haunted. You're like, gee, where'd that come from?
Yeah, and then you're like, well, hang on, she's way braver than me going into all these haunted houses. There's no way I would do that.
Yeah. That is the other thing as well, that when they're there, yeah, they probably do fake. There are probably things that they do fake, but there's also a lot of just random noises, and like you say, they're in the dark, and so some of it is probably quite real. The fear that they're and the spookiness of it, which is why it annoys me that they feel that they need to put all these little fake bits in. Yeah. No, you don't need that, because the Time Team, that's another reality TV show, I suppose, is it?
Well, yeah, because you got a camera crew documenting someone's day at work.
Yeah, but they were some of the better episodes, or some of the more interesting ones, when they didn't find anything at all.
So it's just Tony Robinson digging a hole.
Yeah, but you got to see a lot about the investigative process and how they go about thinking, right, where are we going to look next? How are we going to do this? A lot of what archaeology actually does.
Yeah.
Because they only had like 3 days, which is actually a thing in archaeology. It's not like a convoluted way to display it on TV. They do a thing called an evaluation, which is a few strip trenches over a couple of days as a tester before doing other stuff. So it's not completely mental. But that idea of like, well, how does it work? How are we going to investigate this?
Yeah.
Whereas, which is what goes back to the point about Most Haunted, is like you don't need to have all these over the top things all the time.
Well, I suppose if they were going to fake Time Team, they would bury a PC under Greenwich Park, and then let's just excavate here and find out what the old technology used to be like. Oh, look, here we have a laptop. That sort of bollocks.
Well, there was one episode where it was all fake, and who the landowner had faked everything beforehand, and they didn't know. And they started digging all this stuff up, and eventually it was like, yeah, none of this is real.
So he drops, or he or she drops off on his land.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
again, that was interesting.
Yeah. Anne-Marie in the chat room says, Time Team, mix rainbow jumpers. Is that the guy with the big lamb
Rainbow
chop?
jumpers.
Yeah, rainbow jumpers, but big lamb chop.
No, you're thinking of Phil Harding.
Am I?
Mick was the old guy with the white hair and the little round glasses.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll have to Google him. I'm not going to Google him now.
He was nice.
So who am I thinking of? Was there another guy? Was there like a good cop bad cop on this?
You're thinking of Phil Harding, who was from the West Country and always wore really tight shorts and had a silly hat on.
Right. Is he the one that looks like the guy who's in charge of Beagle 2?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. No. Oh,
Yes,
they're
or no?
kind of... Yes and no. Both of these guys look like that guy.
Right.
To a different extent. Because all archaeologists look similar. They're all hairy. All old men archaeologists anyway.
Right.
So yeah, I know exactly the one you mean, and kind of.
Yeah, I didn't even think about Time Team. Yeah, that's a good one. So, okay.
I love that. That is one that I would watch religiously.
Yeah.
I loved that. Before I was an actual archaeologist and then realised how dumb it all was.
But yeah, it's just sitting in a muddy hole, isn't it?
It is just being cold and wet. Yeah.
So, okay, the big one that hit our screens, early 2000s, I suppose it was Big Brother.
Yeah.
For you, kicked everything off, I suppose, because you said that was the first one that you'd ever watched.
First one I remember watching.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you watch that from the very beginning, and do you watch it now?
Me and my sister pretty much watched that religiously.
Yeah.
The first series.
Yeah.
But then I don't think I watched it again after that.
Right. Yeah, I don't watch it now. I went through a couple of years of, no, I don't watch that shit. And where I was clearly watching it every single night. But the first series was weird because it wasn't on TV every night. I think it was on once a week. And
it was like...
It was on the internet though, wasn't it?
That's right. Yeah, and there was like, 2 or 3 episodes in the week and then maybe a little roundup each night or something like that.
Mm. Because it was a social experiment. It was gather 15, 20 people from different classes and races and colours and whatever, stick them all in the room and let's find out what happens. And I thought that was a fantastic idea and it was a really good experiment. The problem now is that it's turned into Make Me Famous type show.
Well, yeah, they don't even do a sort of normal person version of it anymore. It's only Celebrity Big Brother.
So they don't do it like the proper normals, should we say?
No, don't think so.
Oh.
I use the word celebrity loosely. You know, it's usually people from Gogglebox, which is another reality TV show.
I refuse to watch that.
Right. I was with you on that. And then, you know how, like, if you're visiting family or something and they're watching something.
Yeah.
I was at my sister's and we watched, they did a celebrity version. It was a Children in Need one, I think it was. And that was actually quite funny.
Was that the recent one where Liam Gallagher was on there?
Yeah.
Right, yeah, I didn't watch that either.
Yeah, that was quite good, actually.
Right.
But that's just, that is quite often just normal people doing what normal people do. Watching telly and making jokes about it.
But when I'm watching TV, I turn all the lights off in the room. I like it a bit darker in my front room. And I find it really weird that they're all sat there watching TV with real bright lights. And like, no, that's not comfortable.
I suppose. It's quite... Is it not... Do you not find it reassuring, though, that actually the rest of the country are pretty much doing the same thing as you? When you think about all the idiots, weirdness, and you're like, well, no, really, people just want to watch TV.
No, because I like to either get involved or have something exciting about the TV that I'm watching.
I suppose. I mean, your casualty bingo.
Yeah.
Would be you should be on Gogglebox doing that. I'd watch that.
No, because it's so
I'd
dull.
I'd watch you guys playing casualty bingo.
Well, it's just 4 people in a room just watching TV, and
yeah, that is
someone sold it. Yeah, but someone sold it like, well, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get lots and lots of rooms around the country, and we're gonna film them watching TV. Right? Okay, so. What do? Nothing. They just watch TV and talk about it. Okay, right. But
they're all very different people, and they all have very different reactions to the show they're watching.
Right. Okay, but isn't that only good up until a certain point, until they realise they're famous for watching TV, and then they become.
And then they go on Celebrity Big Brother.
A persona of the person they're expected to be, and then play up to it, and then it doesn't become the average person watching TV anymore.
No.
So
but I suppose you can just ditch them after one series. Off you go. Thanks for coming.
No, it's not for me, mate. Honestly.
No. But I'm selling it after having watched only one episode, so it's not like I'm kind of addicted to it or even know all about it. But
yeah.
From what I can tell, I think it's probably one of the better ones.
Right. Well, okay, what about the Come Dine with Me and shows like that?
I forgot about that.
You ever seen them?
Come Dine with Me's on so much.
Yeah.
It's on like every day, isn't it? Pretty much.
So what do they do on Come Dine with Me then?
Is that the one where they'll have, like, you've got to compete against the other people? To have, like, you each put a night on the Monday, like, you'll all go around to Dave's house and Dave will do his thing, and then on Tuesday it's Gemma's turn, and etc. And then they vote at the end of the night, and they give it a score out of 10.
Yeah.
And then the winner at the end, that's Come Dine with Me, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's right. Okay, I've got a real problem with this program because they do a couple of versions of the same events. And you'll have...
Right.
I only learnt this by accident because my mum and dad used to really like this, right? And I'd catch Amanda watching it, and it was fine because you'd sit down with her and she'd be watching this program, and then you'd have 4 nights in one episode, 1 hour-long episode. And so you'd have 4 meals, 4 different types of people showing the scores for 4 meals, and then at the end of that episode... they win the money, and that's hooray, brilliant, well done. And then you move on to the next week. But I went round my parents' house, and each individual dinner party was split into an hour-long show. And I didn't know this, so I sat down there. I thought, okay, yeah, I don't mind watching this. It's easy, and it'll be over in an hour. And I was watching the whole dinner show for one night. And I was sat there going, this is fucking dragging on a bit, isn't it? And it was only until all the credits started rolling, it was like, well, what happened there?
And then did it say, and then coming up next is the next night? It's like 5 hours in a row.
Yeah, and then you're like, I ain't doing that again. There's no way I'm doing that again. No way.
Well, that's what I mean. It's on all the time. I defy anyone who's got a TV to have not seen at least some of that show.
Yeah, it's like the Bride ones as well. Don't Tell the Bride, I think it is, where the...
I can't watch things like that because it makes me too angry.
We knew a person that went on there.
Yeah?
Onto one of them, yeah. Oh, that reminds me, does Blind Date count? Because I had a friend that went on to Blind Date and won Blind Date.
Is it a reality? It's more of a game show, though, isn't it?
It's more of a game show, isn't it?
Because they don't really follow the person.
Yeah.
It's a bit more set up.
Pieman70 in the chat room says there is tattoo fixers where people get very pretty but unnecessarily large tattoos and cover tiny but stupid ones. Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, so you got horrible, disgusting tattoos, and then they have a small little one that they get covered over. Right. Okay. I've seen maybe something similar where there was a salon and people were getting their tattoos. They were bad mistake tattoos where they had like "I am a cock" written on their bottom, and I want it covered over. I got really drunk one night and had this tattooed on my bum. You're like, okay. What would you like it covered in? Oh, a big boat. Okay, fine. I get it. Yeah. Oh, there was a hairdresser show as well years ago where they just had a salon and people would just come in and get a haircut and then people would watch that. We'd watch it. What a load of shit.
You could have a TV in a hairdresser's showing that show.
Oh.
Which is also has on the show a TV showing that show, and it would just be forever.
Wow.
Just hairdressers. Like a Twilight Zone thing.
Hairdresser loop. Anne-Marie says what about shows like DIY SOS?
Are they reality TV shows? We should have really decided what a reality TV show was at the start.
Yeah, I suppose we just go through TV shows.
Because I'm thinking Come Dine With Me isn't really, that's kind of more of a game show, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose it is, yeah. Well.
But I do like those DIY shows though. They're quite cool.
They're alright. There's always, like the X Factor and all the other stuff that came before it, like Pop Idol, there's always here's the crying moment. And you're like, because it's every week. DIY SOS, okay, there's a reason for that. So yeah, you go with it and I've got no problems with that. But with X Factor, and because it sometimes is on in the house and so you catch it. Yeah. And there'll be I'm just doing this. I'm just doing this for my mum. And then it'll be the tears. And then Coldplay will be playing on in the background. You're like, You're like, okay, here comes a sob story. When I was 4, I fell down a well. And oh, God. And my mum went down to get me from that well. And she's still down there. And I'm just singing my heart out because, you know.
Rather than go and get Crane, I'm going to come on shore and sing a song to raise money for well awareness.
Well awareness.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. And there's just lots of Welsh coppers just standing around it going, we don't know what to do.
With a TV crew filming them.
But
with a TV crew there for the woman down the well. Yeah. And another one for the coppers. And then there's another one behind them filming a reality TV show about film crews who do reality TV shows.
See, now you're taking it another step. What about Bear Grylls? Would that be classed as reality? Even though it does.
I think we can just throw it all in now.
Yeah.
I think we just need to go all in because.
Okay. Yeah. One of my favourite ones was Meet the Osbournes. That was fucking hilarious at some point.
I can't stand Sharon Osbourne or Kelly Osbourne.
He's
funny.
Yeah. But it's just episodes where he's trying to use the remote control and then you'll be back to him 3 weeks later and he's still sat in the same position trying to work the remote control for the fucking TV and you're like, oh, Jesus. And there's just mounds of dog shit piling up in the corner. Like, really? It really is no different to my life.
Every time they go back to him, there's like a new pile of dog shit.
Yeah.
And he's still there with the remote control trying to figure it out.
But the thing about that is people found that acceptable, that their dog shit in their house. And, I'm not cleaning up. You fucking what? There's dog shit in the house. Yeah, let's just walk past it.
I'm too busy trying to get the TV to work. I can't clear up the dog shit.
Wait, if I just go into the West Wing, I won't be able to smell it over there. I didn't mind that because I think he had Jack Osbourne, who I think was a bit of a dick in the beginning, but he turned out to be a real sound guy. And I thought Kelly was all right in that. Sharon was a bit over the top on it, though.
Yeah.
But that's when MTV was just, you turn MTV on and you couldn't find a single music video. It was just reality TV after reality TV.
Don't they have like 2 channels now of there's no music on it?
Oh, I don't know what they do now. I haven't been on them channels for a long, long time.
No, I haven't. I don't think I ever watched MTV, really. Like that show you were talking about, the Real Life, what's it called?
The Real Welt.
Yeah, I'd heard of it.
Yeah.
But never seen it. It was quite famous, wasn't it? Quite a big event on TV. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Apart from to watch Beavis and Butthead, that's the only thing I watched on MTV.
What about sports ones? You know, in this Wikipedia, it's saying about Big Break. That was not a reality TV. That was just a game show.
No. Yeah. There was one. A few Man United players bought Salford City.
Oh, yes.
And the BBC did one following them. I really liked that.
Was that Class of '92?
That's it, yeah. Because I like non-league football, and I know that area as well.
Yeah.
So I knew all the teams they were playing against. And just seeing how the club worked and how they had meetings, and like all these guys who are millionaires all sat around a table trying to discuss like whether they should put burgers on the menu for all these old blokes and a dog. Yeah, that was really good. I like that one.
Yeah, because I'd imagine they didn't have many supporters up until the point where Ryan Giggs, Paul Scholes, Nicky Butt and Gary Neville all rocked up, and then all of a sudden it's packed out.
Yeah, pretty much. And they were on the BBC and built a stadium and all that stuff. Yeah.
Jack Woodgate reminds us that Paris Hilton is still alive, and she had a show with Lionel Richie's daughter.
Doing what?
I don't know. That also reminds me, wasn't there an episode of a show where Rebecca Lewis, who was apparently the woman who cheated with David Beckham, she knocked a pig off. She actually wanked off a pig.
She wasn't with
on the farm or something.
She wasn't with David Cameron in this one.
No.
Was she? No. Oh, okay.
No.
Allegedly. Yeah.
I never saw the Paris Hilton one. I steered well clear of that. That was just not my. I think that was on MTV, and I was MTV too by then. There was no way I was doing that.
Because all the music videos had moved away from music television.
Yeah, Lucky Minty says it was called A Simple Life.
I've heard of that. Yeah, isn't that what started her being famous?
I suppose it's just a famous daughter before then, wasn't she? She was an it girl, wasn't she?
Yeah, I'm sure that's the show how everyone got to know who she is. More than just being famous for someone's daughter.
Right, I'm Googling that. Hang on. A Simple Life. If I end up on their major webpage, I'm not going to be happy.
You're talking about sports ones.
Yeah.
The NFL, the National Football League in America, have their own films division. You know, it's their job to make films about the sport. And every year, it's called Hard Knocks, and they follow a team through the whole pre-season. Right. And every year there's an argument as whose turn it is, because none of the teams like it, because it disrupts all their pre-season.
Ah, see, you're right. So, yeah, none of them want it because it would screw them right over. Yeah,
but the way the NFL works, everyone has to do it. All the teams that play in it have to do everything equally. But that's really, really good. And they're proper, really good filmmakers, really quite professional. If you ever watch some of the NFL videos, they're really good quality stuff. But that's fascinating, just how professional sport works. Yeah. And like I say, whereas in this country, you know, footballers are sort of protected and you don't really get to see much about them because the way that the American sports work, and it's all a big product that they're trying to get out there. They're contracted that they have to do these things, so you get to see what's going on.
Right. See,
and that's really good.
I always wonder whether the American football teams are really pissed off that they have to come over and play at Wembley.
I think they were,
right.
But they're not so much now. But going back to Formula One, haven't they started putting the team meetings, drivers meetings? That's it, on TV.
Yeah, only partial. It's not the whole thing, and that will turn into just a farce soon. So yeah,
you think?
Yeah.
So that wouldn't benefit from just we're going to just put a camera here and then not do anything else and just off you go have a meeting.
Well, that's what they're doing. But as soon as you tell the people in there that there's a camera there,
don't tell them.
No, they wouldn't have it. No image rights and all that lot. You wouldn't have that. There's
just say
no way.
Like at the start when people sign contracts, just get them to put that in the contract and say, right, you got to do this, otherwise you can bugger off somewhere else.
I don't think it works that way.
No, but if you did it to everyone, eventually,
yeah,
they'd have to, because you'd be like, well, you're not racing in F1. See you later.
Yeah, I've got the Wikipedia page up for The Simple Life, and it says The Simple Life is an American reality TV series. The series aired from December the 2nd, 2003 to August 5th, 2007. The first 3 seasons aired on Fox, blah, 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 blah. The series depicts 2 wealthy socialites, Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie, as they struggle to do manual, low-paying jobs such as cleaning rooms, farm work, serving meals, and fast food restaurants. Wow. Oh, there goes the alarm. Right. What I'm going to do, I'm going to stop that.
Yeah. Okay.
No. Why is it still going? Right. Cancel. Stop. Honestly, man. Stop. Right. Let's give it another 2 minutes because of the fuck up in the middle.
I thought you paused it.
No, I didn't pause. I tried to pause it. I just was like, no, I've got to answer his phone. No, I didn't pause it. So, yeah.
So, bonus, here you go, Shonky Lab listeners, a bonus 2 minutes of Paris Hilton.
Yeah. Well, no, let's not do Paris Hilton. But, in that paragraph...
The first time someone said that.
Yeah. Hey. In that paragraph, that's just screams to me as, wow, I didn't miss out on anything.
I can't... Whoever the other girl is, I've already forgotten her name.
Nicole Richie.
Who?
Nicole Richie.
Pass.
Oh.
So, what is your favourite reality TV show then?
That I've ever come across?
Yeah.
Let me think about that. What have I enjoyed? I think I enjoyed the early seasons of Big Brother.
Yeah.
Real early doors seasons where you didn't know anyone and nobody knew that they would come out and get a book deal straight after or turn into Jake Goody after. It's the real simple life of it.
Nobody knew what the reaction of the public would be. That kind of thing. It
was all new. And now I feel that they make that show and it's all very pigeonholed people. It's not just grab a section of British life and throw it in a room. It's not that. We have to have this type of person. We have to have this type of person. We have to have this type of person. They must be in there because they tick all boxes.
Yeah.
And it's just, okay, well, now you're manufacturing what goes in. Instead of just getting 20 people, just throw them in.
Agreed.
So it just feels... I don't even watch it now. I don't even watch it. But, I will admit to watching this season's I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. That's only because Ian Lee was on there. And up until the point that he wasn't on there, then I wasn't watching it. But as soon as I heard that he was on it, I was like, oh, okay, I'll watch that.
Yeah. I've heard good things about him. I did similar last year with Danny Baker.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because he's funny.
Yeah. What about yourself? What's your favourite one?
Oh, if we're counting it, I'd have to say Time Team.
Yeah.
Because that's the only thing we talked. Well, I mean, Most Haunted I like as well, but Time Team was, I would go out and Sunday at 5 or whatever it was. Mm-hmm. I would be in front of the TV all the time. Loved it.
Cool. Good stuff. Right. Okay. I think we'll leave it there. I think that's enough extra bonus material. So, thank you to...
Is that like Shonky Lab late?
It is After Dark, Green Room Extra. Something along them lines, anyway. Thank you very much, Lee, for joining me for this. It's been excellent, as always.
Yeah, thank you.
Have you got anything to plug? Probably about maps, I'd imagine, or digging a hole.
Not really, because I usually plug your podcasts, but you've finished them all.
Well, I haven't finished them. Well, yeah, no, they've stopped. They've come to a natural end at the moment. Yeah, they will start up again.
You need to find some new ones.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you very much for that wonderful plug.
Listen to Elton.
Yeah.
Or don't, because he's got no content.
Yeah, well, listen to me on the Black Dog Podcast.
Yeah.
Listen to
there is that. Yeah,
Bobs. Listen to, what else? There was Dock Jury. Go back and listen to it. It's all good fun anyway. Listen to
I will plug Blurry Photos again, just in case anyone missed the last time that I plugged it, because it's brilliant.
Blurry Photos.
Yeah. Some American guys talk about mystery stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and they're very good, very entertaining.
Okay, I think I will check that out. I'll write that down on my hand and not wash my hand until I've downloaded them episodes. Listen to the broadcast. Listen to everything that there's loads and loads of links all over the place. Pop along to the Facebook group that we have, which is facebook.com/groups/ the Shonky Lab, not the Shonky Lab, just Shonky Lab. And you can find all the details of when we're next recording. Then our next planned Mixlr recording will be in 2018. So, we'll see what happens. Hopefully we can get another one out before then. But that's the next planned recording anyway. So, thank you very much again to everyone in the chat room. You've been awesome and keeping things rolling. So, sorry about the phone call in the middle. But, these sort of things happen when you're on night call. And
it's real life.
It is.
It's reality Shonky Lab.
Real life, real London.
Yeah. Essex.
Or Essex, yeah.
And Hampshire.
Yeah. All killer, no filler.
For our American listeners, that's like 2 minutes away from London, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's as good as there.
It's right around the corner, isn't it?
It goes London, the Queen's House, Essex.
Yeah, we're pretty much her back garden.
Yeah, as good as.
Anyway, so thank you very much, chat room. Thank you, Lee, once again. And it just leaves me to say, please leave quietly. This is a residential area.